Climate change has emerged as one of the most ominous threats to humanity. It is jeopardizing human health and livelihoods, the environment, and our very survival. In the course of the past 4 years, the Climate Adaptation and Mitigation Program for Aral Sea Basin has been assisting Central Asian states in adapting to climate change impacts.
It stands as one of the largest initiatives in the Central Asian region, designed to enhance regional access to information services and knowledge on climate change. The Camp 4 ASB aims to address the climate change-related challenges shared by all Central Asian countries like droughts and floods. The project has two main objectives. 1. Improve regional access to climate knowledge. 2. Attract foreign investment into the climate sector and build expert capacities in the region.
Since 2016, the Camp 4 ASB project has yielded substantial results. Tajikistan's and Uzbekistan's weather and climate monitoring systems underwent upgrading.
The World Bank via Camp 4 ASB has assisted us in upgrading our network of meteorological stations, which is now capable of transmitting their data in real time. What does it give us? First and utmost, it will improve the quality of forecasts, enhance the monitoring data itself, and will help meeting the needs of information consumers more quickly.
In 2020, mobile environmental laboratories and automatic weather stations have been purchased for Tajikistan and Uzbekistan. The new equipment is already in operation in Uzbekistan.
Two mobile labs worth over $700,000 were procured for the State Committee for Ecology and Environmental Protection, and 50 weather stations costing more than $900,000 were purchased for Hydromet. I am convinced that the technical assistance will meet all the set goals and objectives.
The vehicles are fitted with the cutting-edge equipment for analyzing the atmospheric air for harmful, poisonous, and life-threatening contaminants. We had handpicked top manufacturers to build these labs. The equipment set allows detecting ozone, methane, carbon monoxide, and nitrogen oxide, major urban air pollutants. This is a dust meter. It's a powerful device measuring ultra-airborne particles. This branch of environmental science has emerged quite recently. The 50 brand new automated systems have allowed upgrading the entire Hydromet's weather station network. Now the agency can engage in high-precision measuring of air humidity and pressure, solar radiation, precipitation, as well as other important parameters. Whereas previously our staff had to physically inspect the instruments every 3 hours and record the readings manually, now it's all done automatically. Every 10 minutes, the gauges transmit data to the single data registry, the data logger, and we can see them on our computer. Then the data undergoes processing and gets transmitted to the Joint Data Center in Tashkent every 10 minutes. This allows cutting time for adjusting weather forecasts. The station requires no extra electricity, as all devices ran on solar batteries. Globally, Central Asian countries are among the most vulnerable to climate change, affecting the well-being of 73 million people across the region, mainly residing in rural communities. With agriculture as a focal economic center, climate change impacts pose a serious threat to the region's food security and sustainability. Melting glaciers, shrinking water resources, and biodiversity manifest the most critical contemporary challenges for Central Asia. These and other issues were in the spotlight at the 3rd Central Asia Conference on Climate Change in October 2020.
Despite being different, the countries of Central Asia have been generally facing similar climate risks. Hence, it's essential to regularly exchange experiences on how the countries are shaping their respective climate policies, implementing actions, and what challenges they encounter.
The coronavirus pandemic has significantly aggravated the social and economic situation worldwide. The reduction in global greenhouse gas emissions due to air traffic suspension and temporary shutdown of industrial enterprises has had a positive effect on the environment. Yet the extent to which this situation will influence the development of climate policy, mobilization of financial resources, and strengthening of regional cooperation depends on multiple factors, including global disease incidence trends, political and economic challenges and opportunities, regional collaboration, to name just a few. The lessons learned and insight gained from climate change in the context of the 2020 pandemic require urgent attention, so that future action planning under the climate agenda incorporate both risks and emerging opportunities for the Central Asian region. This conference has brought together the representatives of international organizations, regional organizations, decision makers, as well as the representatives of the academia and non-governmental organizations to work out joint solutions on climate change prevention and adaptation for all Central Asian countries. The announcement of the launch of the Central Asian Climate Information Platform, one of the flagship CAREC products, has become the conference landmark. CACIP is one-stop climate information portal for the whole Central Asian region. It offers access to comprehensive up-to-date regional and national level on climate change and various interactive tools for data visualization and interpretation. The platform features all the outputs, knowledge and information generated within the framework of the CAM4ASB project. These are all original knowledge products appraised and adapted to the needs of the Central Asian region. In addition, the platform serves as an institutional memory repository for the knowledge generated by various projects in the region. Interactive services will aid researchers, climatologists, ecologists, experts, and educators in creating maps, applying analytical tools, and undergoing e-training. In its turn, this will subsequently facilitate good decision-making. This information portal is the only one in Central Asia offering free information on climate change adaptation, application of new technologies, rational use of land and water resources. These information services are especially helpful for farmers, organizations, and agencies engaged in the field. Most importantly, the data are accurate and obtained from first-hand and reliable sources. Our institute has a network of weather stations across Central Asia collecting meteorological data. Similar agencies are integrated into a single international platform and share data on climate change. Let's take river water content as an example. You are aware that the sources of many transboundary rivers are located in the mountains, and they pass through riparian countries. There is a permanent shortage of information on snow accumulation and precipitation, so it's hard to predict river water content. CACIP makes this data available to all the countries concerned, so all of them can get reliable information. CAREC has been actively involved in initiating and supporting regional dialogues on climate change, one of the dialogue platforms, bringing together the representatives of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and parliaments of Central Asian countries, has been successfully operating for some time already.
This platform intends to foster regional dialogue on the most recent decisions associated with the Paris Agreement and preparing the Central Asian countries for the 26th Conference of the Parties to the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change. This platform renders special attention to developing and enhancing national environmental legal frameworks, in particular the drafting of environmental codes in Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan. CAREC has been offering practical targeted assistance to the countries concerned.
Among other things, CAREC has launched the process of forging the regional vision of Central Asian countries for the upcoming 26th Conference of the Parties to the UNFCCC. The voice of the region as a whole, namely country initiatives, progress and needs, should receive due attention within international climate negotiations. National and international development partners have expressed their continued interest in contributing to and supporting this dialogue to exchange information and foster regional cooperation. During the 4 years of the Camp 4 ASB project implementation in Central Asia, thousands of people gained access to climate change information services and knowledge and likewise got corresponding training. Hundreds of farmers and representatives of business communities mastered financing and introduced adaptation agricultural practices. The systems of meteorological monitoring and forecasting in Tajikistan and Uzbekistan underwent upgrading. Regional multi-sector dialogue platforms on climate were launched and are currently operating. Practice shows that adapting to climate change as well as mitigating its impacts are both realistic tasks under the condition of robust regional cooperation and joint local action.